So welcome to another flow. I'm Carly. So today I want to play with balance. So we'll be working with some physical asanas, postures, where we will challenge our balance. But I sort of want us to think about it in a more internal way. So you have yin and yang qualities. So yin is more subtle. So perhaps if you were thinking about the effect that the yin quality has on the body, you'd be soft in the body, you'd be grounded through your feet, your foundation. So there's a calm sense. Yang is more dynamic. So that might be that we switch on our stabilizing muscles, we rise through our upper body. So I want to think of this softness and this power to meet in the middle. And that will give us our balance, not only in the physical body, but in our mind. And if you fall out, if you wobble, that's the joy of it, that you get to find out, okay, what do I need to switch on? How do I need to relax more? So let's start by coming to the back of your mat. Float the toes away from the ground, soften through the knees, connect the toes to the ground, and have a little bit of a bounce. So there's this buoyancy and this soft quality in the knees. And then let's simply take 4 walks across your mat, but really exaggerate the transition. So we'll start with the right foot. So pressing into the heel, as you transition through the arch, connecting to the ball of the foot, spread through the toes. Maybe you want to close your eyes, testing that balance already. So this is just to let us really arrive. So quite often with balances we get quite uptight, like literally, and that's what makes it hard to balance. So let's think about grounding down as well as lifting up. And then find a hip width apart, parallel stance, soften through the knees. Roll the shoulders, inhale, sigh out. Open the palms and feel that energy of lifting up through the front body. So there's a slight tucking under of the tailbone, a heavy quality down the back body. Imagine water falling down your back. Opening up your heart. Draw the chin in so the neck flexors are activated and working. And have your hands where it feels good for you. So they might be out. Maybe one heart's on the heart, one is on the lower belly. And we'll take a deep inhalation through the nose. Sigh out of the mouth. Inhale. Sigh out as if you're fogging the mist on a mirror or glass. And then continue that audible breath with your lips closed, so your Ujjayi breath. Let go of the release wherever the hands are. Soften the knees. Inhale, reach the arms forward. And open up the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll reverse that. Maybe play with the focus. Inhale, look up at the sky. Exhale, have a slight rounding in the back body. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the hands to prayer. Option to connect the feet. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften the knees and come to forward folds into Uttanasana. Release the neck. Inhale, press into the fingertips or bring the hands to the shins or the thighs to Ardha Uttanasana, so a half lift. Exhale, release down. Come onto the fingertips and we'll bring them to the outer edges of the mat. Just release the neck.
Inhale, press into the fingertips and ripple through the spine.
And exhale back down.
Inhale.
And exhale.
So this is sort of a variation of cat-cow.
We'll take this one more time.
Inhale.
And exhale.
Soften the knees a little more. Squeeze the thighs together. Imagine this midline. Bring the hands to prayer. Find your seat. Inhale, float the arms up. This is Katasana. So literally imagine you are sitting. Can you see the toes so the knees aren't covering? So you're rocking back. Lift up through the chest. Ground through the feet. Switch on your glutes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come straight back down. Option to keep the legs straight. Inhale, find space in that lift.
Exhale, soften the knees, melt down.
Inhale, float the arms up, find your seat once more.
And really feel and imagine this midline from the centre of both feet connecting up through the body. This will help you with your balance. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release down.
Inhale, lift halfway.
Exhale, soften down.
Inhale, power through those hands. Maybe pressing through the index fingers. And this time, keep the balance central. Connect to the knees and lift the right heel. Flex through the foot, squeeze up to the glute. Soften down. Take that to the left. And soften down. Press into the feet and lift the right knee. Interlace the fingers, flex the foot. And there's a dual action of pressing the knee into the hands lightly and the hands into the knee. Lift up. And just feel out that balance and stability of the left foot. Is your glutes working, your abdominal wall switched on? Inhale, exhale, soften that left knee. Press through the right as if you're about to move into warrior 3. The arms move back, but we come into our high lunge. Float the arms up. So you should feel warm in your body because I do. Keep reaching up. Switch on those glutes and never let them be lazy. On your next inhalation, soften that back knee. Press through and release down. So we're just going to pulse 4 times here, just to really switch on our stabilizing muscles. So not only do we need to be soft and grounded, but we need to be strong and secure. And we'll take that one more time and up. Inhale, exhale, melt the hands down. Bring the knee down, untuck the toe. I might shuffle forward for you here. We'll come into a low lunge. Inhale, float the arms up. So in Anjaneyasana, low lunge, we'll really start to open up the hips a little. So we want to play with a few balances with some challenging hip openers. Exhale, bring the fingertips down, tuck the back toe. Inhale, press to a runner's lunge. Spin the right heel in. Reach through that right hand, press into your feet, your foundation. Float up to warrior 2. Press those hands down with resistance. Inhale, begin to straighten that left leg. Open the toes very slightly on the right foot. Soften that knee, flex through the left to a modified Skandasana. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, rain the hands down. Soften that back knee And maybe it's 2 steps forward or 1 to Malasana. So a Yogi Squat, 1, 2. The feet are slightly turned out, perhaps you're here, or maybe you are down to the sort of full extension of the pose, whatever that is for you. So you can have more movement here, or maybe you want to work with a more static, sort of grounded pose. Rock the weight forward, plant the hands down, and then slowly heel toe the feet in, and we'll take it to the left side. Inhale, reach the arms up to Katasana chair pose. Keep smiling if your quads are burning. We'll lift the left heel, keep the knee connected, squeeze up to the glute, draw the lower belly in. Pull my trousers up and soften down. We'll take that to the right side. Inhale, squeeze in. And release down. Inhale, press into the right foot. Keep the weight central as you float the heel of the left foot and the foot away from the ground. Interlace the fingers. Lift up through the chest. Ground down through that right foundation, that right foot. Maybe draw it a little closer. Inhale, soften the knee and begin to press that left foot back. Float the arms back, imagine you're almost flying. You're about to move into warrior 3 and then soften that foot down, power through the hands into a high lunge. So if you need to soften that back knee, by all means do so. Remember to really switch on those glutes. Lifting up. And on your next inhalation, soften that left knee. Exhale, pulse up and down. So creating a strong, solid base for our balances, as well as a quiet mind. And soften down. Inhale, exhale, bring the fingertips down, soften that back knee, untuck the back toe. Inhale, float the arms up to Anjaneyasana. Really opening up that hip flexor. Maybe drawing a line, opening up the heart a little more. Exhale, soften down, tuck the left toes. Inhale, power through to a runner's lunge. Spin that left heel in. Reach through the left hand. Open up. And take your focus, your drishti, over your third finger. So by keeping your gaze steady, this will calm the breath, allow you to focus, and will help your ability to balance. Inhale, straighten that front leg, pick the left toes out slightly, soften down, peel the right toes into Skandasana, a modified version. Press back into warrior 2. Windmill the arms, soften that back knee and make your way into Malasana. So if this is too much to do Malasana twice, if it's a tricky pose for you, you can come to an extended child's pose. So your feet are connected, your knees open, and you rest your forehead down on the ground. Wherever you are, plant the hands and make your way into a high plank. Once again, if this is too much, you can bring the knees down, press away from the ground. Float the hips up into downward facing dog and pedal through those feet. Inhale, rise onto the toes. Exhale, soften the knees. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, soften to a forward fold. Inhale, bring the hands through the side and up as we come to stand. Connect the hands to prayer. Exhale, draw them to heart center. So come to stand midway on your mat, feet are hip width apart, soften through the knees. Place your left hand on your hip. So just for a moment, I'm just going to demonstrate what the options are. So option 1, as we draw the right foot in, just as we have before, your right hand can be on your knee, and what we are going to do is open up the knee to the side. This might be enough for you. Option 2 is that you hold with 2 fingers the big toe. As we press forward, you might have a soft knee open out to the side, or you might have a full extension. So you can play with doing different things on each side. So place that left hand on the hip. Inhale, draw that right knee in. And then this hand to big toe pose, take your position where you feel comfortable, where you're at within your practice. Inhale, extend forward, press through that heel, keep the hips square so we're not up, lifting up. If it helps, you can reach through that left hand as if you're pressing down. Inhale, keeping the hips square, open up. Remember, the knee can be soft, and perhaps you want to take your gaze over to the left hand just to challenge yourself a little more. Keep breathing. If you fall out, you can start again, or you can stand in Katasana, it's up to you. Then we'll inhale, exhale, draw it back through center. Draw that knee in, soften down. Have a little wiggle, but keep the eyes closed. Try to step away from maybe fidgeting. Notice how that left sort of weight-bearing side feels compared to the right. Inhale, draw that left knee in, flex through the foot. And then take what holding feels right. Know that this side will probably be different. Inhale, press through, extend. And really use that focus, that drishti. So find a spot, keep the eyes soft and calm. Inhale, open up. Nice crack of the hip. Reach through that right arm. Imagine you just casually hold it onto someone. Maybe you take the gaze over. Inhale, exhale, draw it back into center and bring it down. Soften through the knees, close the eyes. Come to a wide stance. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften through the knees, have a flat back. And bring the hands down to the ground. Let the neck release. Let the weight of your body pour down into the ground. Maybe taking hold of opposite elbows. Walk the hands round to the right side and transition through a high plank Soften the knees to the ground. Cross at the ankles, the shins. So we'll stretch out the body a little and then end in a very restorative pose. So reach through the hands and roll down through the spine. Move my mic. Draw the knees in. Place the left foot down. Inhale, flex through the right foot. Open the arms to cactus. Maybe interlace the fingers behind the calf and draw that leg in. Soften through the knee if that's what you need. Connect the right heel to the left thigh and press the heel into the thigh as you open out the hips. Maybe you interlace the fingers, float the left foot away from the ground. Inhale, exhale, draw closer. Float that left heel down. Plant the right foot. Inhale, press through the left foot. And maybe that extension of the leg and peeling the toes back is enough for your hamstring. If not, interlace the fingers behind the calf or the back of the leg. Maybe draw that leg in. On the exhalation, connect the left heel to the right thigh, opening up the left hip. Maybe deepening the pose by interlacing the fingers behind the thigh. Exhale, draw the thigh closer, opening up that hip. See if you can release the shoulders down. I often notice halfway through that my shoulders are by my ears. Slowly release the right foot down. Plant the left foot down. Open the arms to cactus for a brief moment. Slowly move over to the left side. Press the hands into the ground. And if you have a wall nearby or even a door, it's a really lovely way to end the practice. So we'll come over to your nearest wall and connect the right side of your thighs. Come back onto the spine. And then it's a little bit of an awkward maneuver to get the legs up, but maybe adjust yourself. And before we go into the posture, just have a little shake and release of the feet, of the knees. Place the heels against the wall and take a deep inhalation, the fullest breath you've taken. Sigh out. And just indulge in this moment of stillness. Feel any tension just melt down, draining down through the toes, through the shins, the calves, and into the thighs. And take one more cycle of breath here. And perhaps you want to stay here to end your practice. But if you want to come to a seated meditation posture, let the knees draw in to the belly. Come over to whatever side feels more natural. Press away from the ground. And let's make our way into a cross-legged position. So perhaps with playing with a sense of balance and focus, within the physical postures you might feel that balance within yourself. Perhaps you feel a bit more centered. And just know that balance in terms of physical postures and life is always yin and yang. So it's a softness, a grounded quality with inner strength and power. So both complement one another. Inhale, float the arms up, connect to prayer. Exhale, draw them down through heart center. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Exhale, bow the head forward. Inhale, lift the head and open the eyes.